In my previous talks, I mentioned the process of becoming gay, that one is not born gay, one develops a gay identity through a process of introspection, of understanding one's inner experiences and how they relate to other people, often by rejecting false, what we used to call homophobic notions of others, and also ones that get internalized in the individual just automatically by growing up in a homophobic culture. By the way, I don't use the term homophobia so much anymore because, clinically speaking, homophobia isn't a true phobia. I tend to prefer the terms homoaversion, homoverse, or homohatred to show two degrees of anti-gay antipathy. So that homoaversion gets internalized, and part of the full coming out process, that is, that integrating one's gay identity, is rooting out internalized homoaversion and subtle attitudes, anti-gay attitudes that gay people themselves carry around inside ourselves that hold us back, as individuals, as workers, that undermine our self-confidence in endless ways, and most insidiously perhaps hold us back spiritually because of this persistent lie that being gay is somehow antithetical, is somehow the opposite of being spiritual. So that lie must be overcome, it must be addressed within oneself in order to free one's mind and one's inner energies, psychic energies, for the deeper spiritual life. Now, just as one is not born gay, one has to become gay. Just because a person is born homosexual doesn't mean they automatically become gay. Many persons who engage in homosexual behavior never develop a gay identity, sadly. And persons who are born heterosexual can develop a gay identity, what I call a gay consciousness. So the components of gay consciousness are exactly what I described as the components of gay identity. That is, the experience of same-sex love, the knowledge, the experiential knowledge that same-sex love is possible. That can include the love of one's parent, or same-sex parent, or sibling, or friends at school, or anyone you care to name. Famous figures of the day can all be objects of one's love, and doesn't require a homosexual orientation. And likewise, persons born heterosexual can develop the awareness that gender identity and gender roles are fluid, just as gay persons can. Now, gay persons have a bit of an advantage in all of this because by our very nature, we have to confront these ideas because our inner experience is so at odds with social norms. Therefore, homosexuality does present certain advantages in terms of self-awareness and the awakening of this expanded consciousness that gender identities are not fixed, that human identity goes deeper than just male or female, that there are many possibilities within the single individual, and that the apparent duality of male and female is just that. It's apparent. It's an idea certainly supported in some sense by biology, but no one would argue, I think, that biological men and women are not human beings. We are all one as human beings. And the more we develop a consciousness of that oneness, first as human beings, and then in the deeper sense, oneness as conscious beings, and in the deepest sense as consciousness itself, then we progress on the spiritual path.